which I do not enjoy. Herc Attendance,
Easy peasy.
and Both on Ground,
Oh, you
which
got all
I
ground
also
stuff. Lots of
yeah.
ground stuff.
Ugh.
Well, let me interrupt this with good morning and welcome to the Dark Mom. No, excuse me. Welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for March the 20th, 2024. I'm Mom, and this morning we're joined by Id and Taz, and it is bemoaning all ground stuff. Good morning, Chris. Ground stuff. But before we get going on that, Cryptic did a live stream yesterday called All Fans, All Hands, which is kind of an all hands on deck to get the update. And they had two of the senior producers and the CEO of Cryptic on to talk about what's going on with the conversion to Deca and what's going on with the games. Which, if they haven't posted it to YouTube, they should, but it is on Twitch and you can go capture it and listen to what's going on. They didn't answer a lot of specific questions, but the upshot is that the game is slowly being moved over to Deca for control. They did not say that people were being fired from Cryptic, but they did let everybody know that it's, devs do and should move on with their lives at times, based on what they're doing. In translation, if somebody bails, then they're bailing, but they're not necessarily being fired. However, they still need to get all the Deca people up to speed, which is I think he said, basically a year-long process, which has been going on. So they'll be running operations out of Berlin, Germany for development operations. I don't know what's going to happen with customer support. They didn't really say. I'd love to see that expanded. It does sound like they're bringing on more people rather than getting rid of people, possibly because they can pay lower wages than here in the States, but I don't know that for sure. But there is at least an 18-month game plan for Star Trek Online, Neverwinter, and Champions, where they've got stories, games, events plotted out for at least the next year.
This is good.
Yes. Well, Chris, I do not know what they're going to do with customer service. They didn't address it, and I didn't think to ask, but they said they would do another couple of these all hands, all fans type things. They would not answer anything that was super specific. But it does sound like the game plan is that they're not sunsetting the game. They're not going to maintenance mode. They are looking to continue to do more content and continue the game, because right now Star Trek Online is the most profitable game that Deca is going to have. And it is the most profitable that Cryptic has. By far. It's the most profitable game that Embracer had. So I'm thinking, don't give it up yet. And I'm still playing the lottery, so if I win this one, it's like $845 million tonight. If I win it, we get time to go out there and approach them. We'll cross our fingers.
Yes.
I mean, we found out, I think it's April, we're getting a ship from Star Trek Beyond.
Yes, yeah, that's the next ship to come out. They did not answer the question, though, about lockboxes, because that's a big issue in Europe. It is considered gambling, and if this is run out of Berlin and there's a no-no there, will they continue to do it? I kind of hope not. I don't like lockboxes. I'd rather spend my dilithium and buy my ships, even if it means I have to save for a while. And good morning, Stargate Wars.
Yo. Plus, I believe lockboxes are only banned in one European country.
I would love
They're not outlawed anywhere else.
They are
especially in Germany.
Yeah, they are frowned on heavily, and there is some potential here in the States to ban them as well. The thing is, lockboxes are fine, but it is gambling, and I don't enjoy it because I don't mind spending my dilithium on it. I don't spend mind spending my Zen on it, but the odds are so against it that it's not fun. I mean, I've gotten
Right.
3 Infinity ships in all the years I've played. I've played for 14 years now. 3 Infinity ships. And it's one reason I will buy the boxes and then just put them on the exchange. And I make more money that way, and then I wait for somebody to put the ship on the exchange, and I've made my money, and it's cheaper than buying all the boxes. Or, sorry, cheaper than buying all the keys to open the boxes. Just not worth it for me.
Although the ship for April, I suspect it's either going to be the swarm ship if they've actually got the swarm thing worked out properly, or it's going to be that background Federation ship.
I don't know. I'm sure somebody will leak it as soon as there's even a hint of what it is. I'm not really interested in the ships, to be honest. I've got so many ships I've never unboxed and leveled up. We don't know which ship yet, Chris. This is the April ship that's going to get released, and all they've said is it's going to be from Star Trek Beyond. Let me put the Hellspawn on the ground because she's heavy. Ugh, that is a heavy dog. So we will see. We'll see probably very soon because they start advertising it. There is a massive patch today. It's like a 6-hour patch.
No, it's one of their many multiple times a year server maintenance.
Okay. That makes sense. Of course, it's going to wind up being right smack dab in the middle of my 20-hour cooldown, so that's what I wanted. We will see what's going on. The good news is it basically sounds like we're going to have a game to play for a while yet.
Yeah, my thought is that it's the swarm ship.
But it's not a very interesting ship.
True.
I mean,
But I don't think it's going to be the Kelvin A.
Certainly not going to be the Kelvin A.
is this part of a packet or part of an event, or is this a lockbox type ship?
This is Infinity. You know,
Oh God, they need
oh
to
wait,
make.
no, it's no. The upcoming ship should be Infinity promo.
Yeah.
Wow,
but,
I'm definitely
it's
not spending money on it.
Yeah, it's not going to be the summer ship, that's for sure.
Let's see.
No, Chris, the Enterprise we have from Beyond is a minor refit, or I should say, fragilized refit.
Fragilized, good terminology.
Well, considering all the pylons and neck were thicker before Beyond, and then they were kind of thinned out to make it easier for them to explain the ship slicing the comparts apart that even easier.
We will see. Looking. Okay, interesting.
Plus, every game is kind of banned from touching the Kelvin A at the moment.
Well, if it's from Beyond, though, that's not the Kelvin ship. That's the Franklin, or is the Franklin a derivation of the Kelvin?
No, the Franklin is a is more NX like.
Yeah, that's what I thought just looking at the information. So that is the ship from Beyond. Not that that's the ship they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It could be that ship for one, the USS Salcombe.
That could be. Yeah, with the swarm ships, I'm looking at them. I don't see a way for that to turn into a ship. Because
basically, think of it as your ship is the swarm itself.
Yeah, that's the only way I could see it happening. Which is fine. I'd rather see the swarm, though, as like a pet.
Because one of the early lockboxes ships a couple years back was supposed to be that swarm, but they couldn't quite get it to work at the time, so they had to
Yeah.
switch the ship.
I wouldn't mind the Kelvin version of the Kobayashi Maru.
That could work. I don't know that I want it.
Essentially, these are the only two ships from Beyond that it really could be.
Where are you going to post that?
There's a link there in Discord.
In the stream, I've
Or Twitch. My bad.
pretty much basically most of the Salcombe was a pretty much where most of the design elements of the Enterprise A actually comes from. Especially its warp nacelle design.
Good morning, Rachel. So, the upshot I took from it is the game's going to be around. Yes, they're going to add some stuff, but it's kind of be probably at least another year before we see any major changes like expansions.
That's a couple of photos of the Kelvin version of the Kobayashi Maru.
Oh, I own the Eagle Moss model of it.
Do you really?
Your lucky Tribble.
I have 9 Eagle Moss left from that Kel gave us to try to auction off to raise money for Duffy's funeral, which they didn't need, so we still have them. And I have one that's going out to Pi, but he hasn't told me which one he wants yet. And the rest will be given away at DNI-Con in Philadelphia. Yes, you heard that. Given away. Some of them are autographed by Thomas.
I have one Eagle Moss ship. It's the XTV-330 Enterprise, the ring ship.
Ah.
Love that thing.
I have none because I need stuff like I need a hole in the head.
I actually did the collection from Eagle Moss, so I completed the set long before Cryptics went before Eagle Moss went up and kicked it. I also managed to actually get some Stargate ships just before. I'm currently waiting for Master Replicas to put up the information I need to get a hold of the special variant of the Daedalus with George Hammond's name on it.
Oops, sorry, I just lost everything there. Well, since we've been chit-chatting about ships and games, would anybody like to actually play the game with some ships?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let me get some invitations out here. Oops. Id, you want to stay on your Klingon there?
I don't know.
I mean, I
what are we
cannot.
doing?
You said you need. Oh, I need Borg ships. I need to kill some Borg ships so I can make this private.
Yeah.
Okay. Got room for one more to join us for some Borgification of something. Ashley says, wait, this is a game? I thought it was just a social hub. It is just a social hub.
Yeah, getting to a million Endeavor points is going to be a pain.
1 million Endeavor points?
Yes, for the Klingon recruit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm currently at.
He means Endeavor experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going 1 million Endeavor points. I'm at 750, and I was happy with that, and it took me years to get there.
Yeah, no. I'm currently at 52,000 out of 1 million. It's going to be a while.
Chris says, you mean to tell me I don't control the ship I see on my screen? This isn't a remote control? Yes, it is, but we're not going to tell people about that. It's very, what was the movie? Come on, what was the movie? Well, Ender's Game was one of it. If you ever read the original book of Ender's Game, the kids are playing games with their starships and not realizing that basically they're remote controlling them.
Oh, yeah.
There's another one, too, though. Last Starfighter, which is actually the video games were training for flying the actual ships.
Yep.
Okay, what do other people have for today's endeavors? Before I pick
I have completed all my endeavors.
How did you do that in 17 minutes? They just switched over. 18 minutes. Stop being awesome.
And?
All right, let's see. Fine, then I'll just pick one I like. I need 30 ships. Chris says 18 destructible torps. Well, that'll still count here. It's Borg ships. It doesn't say it's got to be a Borg TFO. Fine.
I always love I do crystalline for destructible torps.
I do Scylla and Charybdis. Fine, here we go. Have a little fun here. Yeah, Scylla and Charybdis, those protomatter torpedoes are destructible. Also,
Yeah, but crystalline's faster for hitting.
I don't do the whole mission. I just
Large.
do the opening sequence until I've got my torpedoes done. Because the
Yeah.
third one in just launches 3 torpedoes at a time, and you just sit there for about 3 minutes. Blip, 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 blip. All done. I don't always get all 18 in one crystalline catastrophe. If anybody else is going for destructible torps, plus it takes 10 to launch it.
Not now. Just one is needed to launch it now.
For crystalline?
Yeah, and it's in the private section.
Since when can you do crystalline catastrophe with one, even in private?
A fair few months.
Really? I didn't know that. Well, fine. Be that way. Chris, we can do more than one. That's the fun part. We can do more than one thing. Heck, we can go do crystalline catastrophe. I wish the intro was shorter, though, and Chris is right. This should be a vote to start type start. So we ran this on Elite the other night, twice. Not successfully, even with Augie there. And both times it's because we lost one of the anchors. I think when we're doing Elite, we can't try and launch all 6 anchors at one time.
I think if you watch casual subs how to do Elite solo videos, they'll explain in what order you have to do it.
I don't have a big issue with doing it. I have an issue with trying to keep 6 anchors going with maybe not the strongest teams out there. There's always a way to do it.
Oh, there is a way to do it if you
Obviously.
have a couple controls.
Yeah.
Because if they stay near the middle Borg outpost, their Gravos can deal with the
Going to one?
all the adapters.
I'm going to 6.
It'd be interesting to see, you know, I'll say this after all the pew-pews.
But you're going to keep a thought until after we pew-pew? Good Moopsy to you too, Lemores. Well, apparently I have my 30 ships, so yay. So will that count with destructible torpedoes? Will you get team kills for those like we get team kills for the ships?
The audio off. Be interesting to see one of these rifts cause problems, and then all of a sudden, Yorktown base shows up.
That would be fun. That would be a fun episode. We could write a fun episode. I do love how the assimilators come up vertically. What? Oh, there we go.
Okay, one is rainbow.
1, 5, and 6 are rainbowed. I'm aiming for 4. Which I'm going to lose in a second if I don't get this going. Oh, Taz is there. I can relax. Taz is there. This inertia thing sucks. Why do I have to deal with inertia? Ah, it escaped. Gosh darn it.
Cheers, Rainbow.
So we just got 4 left. That's a nice way of saying we just shot something down. It's failed to escape. It's so polite. You have failed to continue existing.
Canadian Borg.
Canadian Borg, they're polite.
Yes. Oh, we're sorry about this, but yeah, resistance it's futile.
That's hilarious.
We should do Canadian Borg. One of my bosses is Canadian, and I was at the grocery store the other day and saw Tim Hortons coffee, which is, the Dunkin' Donuts of Canada. So I bought it for him, and I put it into the coffee tray where all the little Keurig cups are. He came out, he says, "There's Tim Hortons coffee there." And I said, "Yeah, I thought you'd like it." He goes, he was so happy.
Now, if there were some Timbits.
I have no idea what are Timbits.
Think of donut holes.
Oh! I've been in Canada for all of 45 minutes when I was up in Niagara Falls for a conference. And it was pre-Tim Hortons, or at least pre the level it's at now.
Yeah, the Tim Hortons brand of donut holes.
There's a place down here that makes donut holes that they're crack. Swear to God, those things are crack. It's a potato donut, if you know what potato donuts are.
Oh, potato donuts.
Potato donuts, yeah. Okay, so we've got our Tim Hortons here.
Potato dumplings. Ooh.
Potato dumplings are good too. But potato donuts are amazing. Probably not good for you. But they've got potatoes in them. That's a vegetable. It's healthy. Okay, so Chris did not get his destructible torpedoes, so let us launch a private queue of crystalline catastrophe since you say I can do this. Oh, we lost somebody there. Let's see if this will launch or not. Says we're queued. We'll see what happens. Potato chips also have veggies in them, so they're super healthy for you too. Yes, they are. So occasionally I deal with hypoglycemia, especially when I'm traveling. And somebody said, well, just go get a thing of ice cream. And I learned that it's better to go get a thing of potatoes, potato chips, fries, something like that, because it's got a far faster glycemic hit than even ice cream does. I'm like, oh yes, make me
Are we
eat
doing
potato
crystalline
chips.
entity 3, man?
Pardon?
Interesting.
You said we could do it as a private queue, or as an individual private queue. Chris needs torpedoes. So?
Oh, I didn't get in.
Okay.
Oh well.
No problems. We can do something else when we're done here. I queued it off the private, so that's weird.
As much as I like butter pecan and like blueberry syrup for pancakes and stuff,
Oh yeah.
I've switched to the much better glycemic option of agave syrup.
How is that?
The one I go with is good. It's a little bit thinner than normal like maple syrup, but it's definitely a lot better for you than the high fructose corn syrup based stuff, and not as expensive as pure maple.
Yeah. Well, this is Indiana, and believe me, they have got maple trees all over the place here, so maple syrup is a thing. Local maple syrup. And yeah, it's expensive, but I don't eat that much of it. I mean, I'm not injecting it straight into my veins.
Look into my veins!
I left the team intact for the private queue, and for whatever reason, it didn't invite everybody. Chris, how are you doing on your torpedoes?
What do y'all do that? I'm gonna go hit the head.
Okie doke.
Should we not shoot at the entity?
It depends if Chris got his torpedoes or not.
Yeah, because it's close to death, so...
Yeah, it'll stay up for 2 minutes afterwards, and all those fragments count as torps.
Yeah, okay.
Chris says, look above, done. Oh, there it is, done. Yes, Chris says done. Just so you know, occasionally my live stream chat lags, and I'll get a bunch of messages at once. Ooh, I got 3rd place out of 3. Woohoo! I'll reteam us. Yes, go grab some lovely dark liquids.
Ooh,
that means Taz got first.
Yeah, that's a lot of... Nice.
I suppose that's one way for me to eventually get a first in. I've never taken a first on this ship. Well, once everybody's back, we will reteam everything. Let's see who comes back in, Lemurius. Actually, while we're waiting for them to come back in, do you have something you need to do? Does anybody have something they need to do?
Does anyone want the first place rewards?
No, those are yours.
But I can't use any of them.
Oh, Lemurius says, just Borg TFOs. Oh, no. Okay, so I think I figured out what happened. Even though I had made a team and a private queue, the private queue broke when we went over to Crystalline, and only the people who were in the original team stayed in the private queue. So it hasn't happened before. Lemuri, do you have a specific Borg TFO you'd like to do? Because we could start that while we're waiting for people to come back. How do I disable the UI so I can take a nice screenshot of my ship? First of all, if you take a screenshot, it should automatically disable the UI, but otherwise I believe it's Alt F12. Alt F12. I think F12 doesn't do it on its own. Yeah.
I changed
F12.
my my keybinds. To remove my HUD, I use delete.
And what does that do?
It's just a quick one button shutting off of the UI.
Okay, so for me, Chris, Control F12 does not work. Only Alt F12 works. Let's try that again, though. Works better when I'm over there. Yeah, Control is bringing that one up. Alt is doing that one. Or, like I said, just take a screenshot and it works. Or use demo record and then take your screenshot from your demo record, especially because demo record lets you adjust the camera angle a lot. And there is command in chat too. So if you've ever seen the intro that we do for the show, it is basically taking the camera all the way up to the top here, which you can do because you can disable the camera, and bringing it down on this and then doing a glide path over the front. So hang on one second here. This is how you can disable it. So this intro here is off of demo record, and it just lets you reposition the camera and move it around any way you want to. So you can also go into that and then freeze it, adjust the camera, position, angle, and all that, and then take your screenshots. Just for fun. Because, you know, demo record. We're going to do a Federation Borgie for Lemuri, so I need one more person to come in on Federation side, or we can do something else.
I'm there.
Okie dokie. How did you be there when I didn't even know you were here? How'd you do that? How did you do that? You snuck in.
Yep.
All right, let's do... let's go for a fast one here. Typically a fast one. We can switch up the teams. Okay, that was really weird. Let's see if it likes that one better. It didn't want to let me queue off the main thing. We're going to have to get a system of rolling the die to get people in and out, because we're starting to get people here in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Yay. And this isn't just the coffee talking. This is, you know, knowing my game's going to be around for at least a little while longer has made my life a little bit easier, which I think is stupid that I care this much about the game.
No, it's not. You care about the community you have created.
I do care about the community. Chris isn't here. Chris, what happened? There you are. Whew.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay, so
Just okay.
Go ahead.
Just a little warning to let everyone know if you want it parsed, I'm parsing, but that's all I'm saying.
Well, if you're going to start parsing stuff, I'm going to have to make myself a better ship.
Well, it's just just in case you want to know what the parse was.
I should know just because it's really depressing. Oh, hang on.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
Great. I finally managed to tag it so I can go in and go after it, and it's dead.
Repair the transformers. Stop them. The probe is closing in on a transformer.
Did we split the run? Well, somebody, namely Taz, is destroying everything here.
Ain't that a good thing?
It does make it fast. Hey, Chris, we're hoping for you. We want you on Team Deca. We want somebody who loves the game to be there. All right. And somebody needs to drop so somebody else can come in. Who wants to drop? And I'll pull somebody else in.
Oh, go ahead and exit.
Okay. Who wants to join? There we go. Boy, that's lagging behind. Are they still doing that for community manager? I applied for that and didn't get it, but good luck to you, Chris. Sweet. If that's what you applied for.
They already confirmed that there's already a person hired for it during the live stream.
For community manager?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't hear that during the live stream.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to? Where do you want me to post the?
You can put it into the Twitch chat if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, they do have a lot of positions still posted. Let's see. There we go. And I remember. I love this one. Well, that was pretty sucky, Mom. Well, Chris, go for it. You know, they may say, well, that's not the position, but we have this position. Who wants to join us for another Borg run on something else? We can go either way. It's a private queue.
Plus, Chris, you're assuming that Kale is still staying with the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not updated his LinkedIn yet with any
No, he
notice,
hasn't.
But that could easily be a we don't want to freak them out yet, so don't change that.
Yeah. Or it could be they want him to stay on for a while they do the conversion over to the new team.
Yep.
Plus, I think the conversion will take a good year.
Yeah, they said that.
Really.
Yeah, they said it was going to be a while.
Unfortunately, I was at work when the live stream was happening, so I was having to listen with one ear while working the shop floor.
So something with Deca. Let me take a look here before we go into any career. Okay, so the community manager position that's listed here is worldwide remote. Previously, it was senior community manager specifically for Star Trek, and they did hire somebody for that position. But they could
Which is the one that they brought up.
It could be Kel that they hired for the position. Remember, just because he's working for them, he could be doing the position planning to do the conversion.
Yep.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to put in an application for this one.
I hope he did.
No, I meant you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. I never thought of that one. Yes, Chris, you did 94.5. That's really close to 100. I'm going to say that's... I went back to look at the picture that whoever posted from Star Trek Beyond. Was that you, Stargate Wars? And on the side of it, there's a thing for a gym shoe, and I'm like, that's a weird looking... Oh, it's an advertisement. Duh. Took me a moment to realize that. Where are we at? 6:47. I need a fifth. Who wants to jump in? Anybody?
I would, but I'm not feeling great.
Okay, Ashley, you want to jump back in? I know you've got brown liquid, but... And Lemurius, do you need another Borg TFO? You said you needed them, but you didn't say how many you needed.
Yeah, because when I looked at that community manager role that's on Decca's,
Yeah.
unlike the previous one that was put on other recruiting places, it mentions nothing about Star Trek.
Yeah, the previous one is you had to, if not know Star Trek, be willing to learn it.
Yeah, this one's just generic.
Right, and it was senior community
Wacky.
manager. But it would have been fun, so I did apply for it, didn't get it. They had one also for storyline developments, something like that, which would have been another fun job. Which I didn't apply for. I didn't even see it because I'm like, oh, community manager.
Well, luckily, at least one of the Star Trek Infinity guys were given the storyline position.
I thought it was a woman. Was that a guy? I was just judging from the name. I had no idea. It looked like a female name. I probably am not the person to do that, much as I can write a... Oh, sorry, I gotta kill these a different way. I can write a good story, but my stories are character-driven. It's really hard to do character-driven stories when Pew Pew is the name of the game for a lot of it.
I'm also up to no good currently on Blender. On and off. Build multiple different versions of a saucer section. Yeah, well, it's in the early stages. It's literally like I've got a part for like the center of the saucer, but various different variations of the rim segment.
Well, I have no artistic talents whatsoever, so you will not find me hanging out there.
Oh!
What? Oh.
What gold leeches?
Yeah, no, don't stand close to them when that happens. It's a bad thing. This one goes so fast, though.
It's my one and only emote that I kind of built from one of my early projects.
Easy peasy. Let's see, 6:51. I got time for one more. Hive Onslaught?
Yeah.
Okay. Stick with the same party we've got going here. Just make sure we're good here. We're still good. It's a short work, well, it's a regular work day for me, but I'm doing half of it from the house. Because it's class day and come home, let the doggos out, play with them, then head down to class. So in theory, I might have time this afternoon to actually jump on here and get the event done before tonight.
I admire your strength.
How are they, Hellspawn?
I think they're happy. They're kind of getting into the I'm not stressed out and therefore my temper isn't bad anymore, which makes
Good.
their life better. It's amazing how stressed out I was living in an apartment and I didn't realize it. But I think it's because you're always aware that you've got neighbors who can and will complain, rightfully, in my opinion. You know, they live there too. So if your dogs decide to bark at 3 in the morning, it's a problem for them, as well as you. And here, if my dogs decide to bark at 3 in the morning while they're inside the house, well, that's my problem, not yours.
Sent you a video.
I saw that something just bleeped through. So yesterday I had double cutscenes twice and no double cutscenes twice. Doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason to double cutscenes.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this.
My efforts are not futile, so they're near.
Another.
Wow, that was fast. That was fast.
I am eternal. This is not the end.
Considering my build, I should have been dead 3 times over. I'm always so surprised when the feedback pulse doesn't kill me.
Yeah, it got me yesterday.
Accept.
Admittedly, I wasn't in this tank. I was in a different one.
Well, I'm gonna log off here. Got to get ready for work.
Me too. And it was a good stopping point with having some nice Borg deborgification.
Talk to you guys later.
Alrighty, take care. And on behalf of the Dark Mom Consortium / Moopsy in the morning, I'm going to get my butt on the way to work too. So let me break the team here so I don't screw up everybody.
Have a great day, Mom.
You guys too. I won't be on tonight. It is class night. I should be on tomorrow morning, depending on how much sleep I get. We will see. If I'm not awake and on, don't worry, I'll be on tomorrow night. Everyone. Okay, I kicked everyone from the team. Now I have to kick them from the task force operations separately. That's a pain in the butt. Okay, now everybody's free to go do their thing. Go have a wonderful day, everybody.
Have a good day, Mom.
You too. Take care, everyone.